Good Saturday morning, Looney Tunes fans. It is I, Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, watching a real rarity, this cartoon. And I say rarity because it's kind of hard to find. It's on Laserdisc. It's on Boomerang if you want to deal with that. And if you must have this on a DVD, the only way you're going to get it on a DVD is if you are willing to buy a copy of Trouble Along the Way. It's this copy. I'm not going to say that this cartoon has never been restored, but I will say that this cartoon's restored version is not available if it exists. And I was reminded of it recently. I decided to do this one because I was trying to decide if and when what the next paste up special I review would be. So I started looking at some of the stuff that they did in the 80s and some of the earlier Greg Ford and Terry Lennon stuff. And that's when I saw the awards ceremony, whatever it's called. It was the Wild World. Yeah, the Wild World of Sports, Bugs Bunny thing. And this cartoon is used to great extent. And I remember being pretty hungry too. Well, I mean, I'm a big fat guy, so when am I not hungry, Doc? But I remember being pretty hungry to spend some more time with the Daffy of this era in 1953, because this is when McKimson was drawing him like in Prize Pest with that beak. The beak that you see there. It's kind of long and the head is kind of a sausage a little bit. It's a little bit more apparent in Prize Pest, but when I saw this clip, the use of this in that paste up special, and I saw the design, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this cartoon. But it's on Trouble Along the Way DVD, and there's a couple of cartoons like that Warner's is just putting as bonus features on these movies. I had to buy a Ronald Reagan movie just to get my hands on a fairly decent copy of Fox Pop, just so I could restore it a little bit. Rod Scribner! Look at this animation. There's no way that's not Rod Scribner. I thought for a while that this cartoon that Bill Melendez, I thought he worked on it, but he is not credited on the actual title card or on Looney Wiki, who is pretty good, I have to say, about crediting animators that worked on it that didn't get credit. There's a lot of pounding in this cartoon, where the punches and stuff like that. And I remember in the 80s and 90s especially, ABC versions of this cartoon would always cut out the excessive punching and stuff like that. But for some reason they didn't seem to mind when Daffy, well, it's a spoiler, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but when he punches his head and it caves in or whatever, his body or whatever, and he's tiny, he's short, there's no problem with that.
Didn't think I could do it, did you?
Yeah, layouts on this one are Bob Givens too, the great legend Bob Givens. By the way, if you want to hear some great stories about the golden age of animation in these days and working at Warner's, just you get on YouTube and search Bob Givens, Grand Old Man of Animation, I think is what it was, or Grand Old Master of Animation, one of the two. Holy crap. By the way, that I really do hate Melissa Duck in this cartoon. I don't know that she actually is Melissa, but I do know that she's voiced by Gladys Holland in this cartoon. But I really do hate her because it's a weird thing that it's really rare and interesting about this cartoon, and one of the reasons I chose it because Daffy is the least despicable character, in my opinion, in this cartoon. Because that big dumb musclehead is just trying to, doesn't, and why would he care, by the way, about Daffy? But, Daffy's vying for his girlfriend's attention, but his girlfriend is a piece of crap too. I mean, I guess they deserve each other. But, yeah. I'm rooting for Daffy not to get the girl, but to, I don't know, something else. Win the lottery. Something good.
You all can call me Shorty.
I like the animation. So yeah, it's a rare cartoon, and it works for really odd reasons. But it's an odd duck, Muscle Tussle. All right, see you next week.